Bam! Bow! Booyah! Hey, Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Hey, that's why I got on all black. This is like when I be robbing banks and stuff. This is what I had to wear all black. I will pull the mask down, but I ain't want to scare y'all. Yo, this book right here, Still Like an Artist, beautiful. For all the artists out there, anybody who's creative, who has ideas of creativity, you want to write a book, you want to paint, you want to draw, whatever your creative outlet is, you make clothes, whatever it is, music, boom, Still Like an Artist. This book, I love it, I love it, I love it. Basic premise of the book is nothing is original. Nothing. Anybody who says, like when people go, they're an original, what they're really saying is they haven't been able to determine what the original source is of that, whatever you're saying. Like no movie, no song, no painting, no drawing, no photography, no poem. None of that's original. It's all derivative because you didn't just come up with that on your own. It's it's parts of that are out there and you saw it and you snatched it and then you brought it in and you snatched something else and you brought and then it was like a smorgasbord. It was like gumbo. It was like you took rice and you took shrimp and you took potatoes and all this stuff and then you made gumbo. But all those, so he's basically saying that, bad artists copy other artists. But even if you copy, here's the beautiful part, is that no copy is ever as good as the original. It's a copy. So in human nature, even if we do copy what's already out there, it's not gonna be exactly like how it was originally. But he said, bad artists copy, and then really great artists, they they or good artists imitate, and then great artists transform. So they basically take something that they saw or heard or smelled or whatever, and then they transform it into their own. Which is like, I can do stand up, and there's a million comedians who talk about relationships and how women talk too much and men don't want to listen. But every comedian has their own way of expressing it, right? They all transform it to make it their own truth, to put their own personal spin on it, as opposed to just taking something word by word by word that somebody else said and making it your own. So that's the basic. What I love about the book, let's open it up a little bit. It has pictures. I love pictures. Don't you like pictures? Oh, wait. Let's see what I rage. Right here it says, complain about the way other people make software by making software. And you're like, what does that mean? What that means is for those of you out there who are stuck creatively and you're like, what do I talk about or write about? What movies should I make? Whatever. Think about what gets you angry. What are you complaining about? Like when you watch a movie, what what's that point where you go, oh, they should have done this? Well, then do that. Create that. Or like when you read a book, and you're like, oh, I wish the book would have been about this, or I thought it was going in that direction. Then write that book. You write a poem, and you go, they should have. Then do what you think they should have done. That's what art is. Is you hear a piece of art, and then it inspires a new thought and a new branch and a new tree for you to go off in a different direction. People complain about Hollywood, how they keep turning out the same movies, but people still keep going to watch them, right? Because every movie spurs a new branch and tree and blah, 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 just goes off. So whatever you complain about, do that. Also in the book that I love is it said when you're stuck in life and you try to make a life decision and you don't know what path to take the path that will you feel will lead to the most interesting story. Like think of your life as a movie, right? And it's like we watch movies because the characters pick, like you go, why would he do that? Oh my God, that's horrible. He's gonna go back in. No, don't do. He's gonna die, right? But but now we're glued in, and now we can't stop watching because they picked the most interesting path. You know, the main guy could have just said, forget about it. I don't need the trouble. Or he goes, you know what? If there's trouble, so be it. Let's find out. And you go, oh man, oh, and then your stomach gets tight, but you're excited though, and you can't stop watching. So when you come to those major life decisions, go, what would be the more interesting story? What story do I want to tell about my life? Do I want to tell the story about how I just like, I said forget it, walked away? Do I want to tell the story about how like I got in there, grabbed the fish, and then the fish started biting my neck? I don't know what fish bites necks, but but that's a great story, right? Now, if you don't like that story, then go write another story. Is what I'm trying to tell you, or paint another painting, or take another picture, or whatever you're. Even a business. If you go into a business and you go, I don't like the way this coffee shop serves their coffee, then you open a coffee shop and serve it the way. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna give you he has 10 points. So if you look at the bottom, 10 things that nobody told you about being creative, right? So it is, blah, blah, blah. Come on, Leo Flowers. Number one, steal like an artist. Number two, don't wait until you know who you are to get started. Why not just show you guys, right? Right. And then three is write the book that you want. How you do this? And then four, use your hands. And now, use your hands. He means like get in there, like touch it, like when I'm creating, I don't like using my laptop too much. I like to write stuff out. I need to throw stuff on a wall. I need to stick stuff up. I need to be able to draw and move and grab and all that stuff. So he's saying don't bring the technology in until you have it and you're ready to just polish it up. But when you're creating, create with paper, create with substance and particles and have fun and be physical. Put your body into it, because as soon as you get to the laptop, it's just all mental, and that's kind of dry. I mean, it's good, but there has to be some physicality in there. Number five, side projects and hobbies are important. So whatever your little hobbies are or your side projects, keep those going. Feed it just a little bit, because that's the stuff that's going to feed your main creative persona, muse, person, artistry, craft, whatever. Um, Secret, do good work and share. Oh, last thing I want to say. Oh, two things. Two things I want, and then we're done. One is be boring in your regular everyday life. Don't be out. Most very creative people. You look at Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, um, Richard Pryor, any of the great creatives, Van Gogh, even Einstein. They were very boring in their day-to-day life. They just lived very monotonous, routine lives. But it's in that boredom that sparks creativity. I think sometimes we think we always have to be doing something to spark creativity, something great. We gotta go somewhere beautiful, or have a great meal. Just like you have to have something spectacular happen to foster creativity or inspire it, when really the inspiration is in the moments of silence. I forget who it was, but he would fall asleep, he would sit in a chair and then almost fall asleep with a notepad in his hands. And it would be that moment in between consciousness and unconsciousness that his body and mind would be so relaxed that then he would have a spark of creativity. It's kind of that thing of like where you are just in the shower and all of a sudden you get an idea in the shower, and it's because you're not thinking about it. You're just showering, right? Like, I don't like to take my clothes to the cleaners, because I find that when I do routine stuff like washing dishes or ironing my clothes, that's when my brain goes, oh, that's how I connect the bub, and that's when I get the greatest ideas. So the great ideas come from those boring, quiet moments, and not in the blah, you feel me. And the second thing and last thing I want to say in the book that he talks about is, um, don't wait until you're ready to do it. You know, or don't wait to find out who you are. I think a lot of people who are creative are like, well, I got to find my voice first and figure out who I am first. It's like, no, man, you're gonna find out who you are through action. Like action reveals character. That's one of the things you learn when you're writing a script. Action reveals character. We don't want to see a character on a screen sitting there thinking about who he is. We want to see him doing stuff, and then by does he help the old lady across the street or not? Does he go back for his friends or not? Does he rob a bank or not? Does he kill this guy or not? Like all those things will reveal his character, and through all those things he'll learn about himself. But you don't learn about yourself sitting at home thinking about yourself, right? Action reveals character. So just do it. Just get out there, get started, and as you're doing it, your character and who you are will, you know, it's like the people who go to boot camp, military boot camp, and then after the 3 months, they go, damn, I didn't know I had all that in me. You know, they thought they were weak or they weren't strong enough or smart enough, and now they feel like a new person. So you have to do it. You're never going to be ready to be the truth. I mean, nobody ever feels like they're ready. I'm Leo Flowers, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.